This is the mighty Narmada, and with us today is MG's second SUV for India. Now it's a bit different from the Hector because this is a ZS that's powered by electricity, the ZS EV. And we are here to give you a quick preview.
First up, the design. Doesn't exactly shout EV or future tech, does it? What it has is its share of attractive bits. I like the Merc-like MG grille with its concentric chrome dots. The chin is nicely executed, and when viewed in profile, I do like how the beltline rises and then merges with that raked C-pillar. I really would have liked a tighter fitting roof. The rear, however, is nice, especially how the taillights are perched up high on the haunches. Neat. The ZS actually has a bit more character on the inside.
So on the inside, a pretty high quality cabin, good quality plastics, much better than on the Hector. Beautiful brushed aluminium, chrome, leather, double stitching, these fantastic vents, they really function well. But of course the focus of this car is that it's an electric, and so you do get your information for the electric and your modes. There's driver modes here, there's eco, obviously a sport and normal. There's a curse system, the energy recovery system you can adjust from here. And apart from that, of course, no traditional gear lever. This rotary knob here works as a gear lever, P for park in the center, and you roll it for reverse, neutral and drive.
The cabin is also more spacious, especially compared to its direct rival, the Hyundai Kona. Also adding to the ambience, other high quality bits like the steering, the shuttered center console box, the well-finished door locks, all parts that seem like they are sourced from MG's partner in China, Volkswagen. The steering wheel, however, doesn't adjust for reach, and there are a few scratchy and poorly built plastics, but these are few and far between.
So a bit more legroom and space here compared to the Kona. You can see that little bit of space, but you are sat a bit low. The seat, however, is pretty comfortable and quality is actually extremely good. And of course it's an MG, so it has this massive sunroof.
And what adds to comfort is that the ZS rides well.
Now, MG has also found a good balance between ride and the need to keep the suspension stiff due to the big battery underneath. It's pretty comfortable, it rounds off bumps well. It's only when you have a sort of large bump with a steep edge like that that you do feel a bit of a thump inside the cabin, and you do feel a bit of that hard edge.
It rides better than the Kona, and the suspension is silent and refined too. Now, because getting a quick charge just about anywhere is a huge challenge, driving range and energy regeneration is extremely important.
Now, the ZS EV has 3 driving modes. Apart from the normal one which you can drive in, there's a sport and of course an eco mode. Of the 3 driving modes, eco is the least aggressive, and it's there to give you that maximum range to help you eke out the longest range from the battery. The accelerator pedal does go a bit slack and you miss that instant response you get in normal, but once you sort of get used to it, well, it's pretty usable. It isn't all that bad, it isn't all that irritating, and truth be told, if you're trying to stretch to make it somewhere, this is really effective.
When launched, the ZS EV will come with a 44.5 kWh battery and have a new European driving cycle range of 335 kilometers. The Kona only gets a 39.2 kWh battery, but since it regenerates better, seeing which one will travel longer will be an interesting test. In normal, the next mode, responses to the accelerator are more immediate, and it's smooth, torquey and effortless, just like a luxury car. Sport is much more fun.
Now select Sport and performance is actually pretty sprightly. Of course, the sound of the engine is replaced by that whine, that one. But the performance is still there.
And it's particularly good when you want to overtake.
Now we often get to hear that EVs aren't well suited to the highway, but that's just not the case when it comes to actually driving on the road. Pull up to a potential victim, as it were, and all you need to do to go past is put your foot down and engage that burst of torque.
What makes it so devastatingly effective is that all the torque comes in instantly when you hit the throttle, like when you hit a switch. In comparison, a conventional car needs to match revs, drop a gear, and then accelerate. And that 1.5 or 2 seconds lost makes all the difference.
The other thing the ZS does pretty well is tackle corners. Now, yes, this steering weight is a bit artificial, it's a bit too much, but it has decent body control, good grip, and it is actually pretty fun through some of the corners.
MG plans to launch the ZS EV towards the end of the year or early next year. The car sold here eventually is likely to be the mildly facelifted one. And like the Hector, it too will be loaded with kit. MG is likely to price it more aggressively than the Kona 2, somewhere around the rupees 22 lakh range. If you're in the market for an electric car at this price, the ZS EV could be well worth the wait, especially as this one is better suited to what Indian customers are likely to want.